Hello, very good morning. Welcome to JS Testing Academy. Welcome to the next part of our video in our manual testing series in the software testing life cycle, second phase, that is the strategy and planning. So already we saw requirements gathering and analysis. In between we saw test estimation also in the previous video. This is going to be a third right part in the software testing life cycle and the 10th part in the manual testing. So that is test strategy and test plan. Okay. If you ask me, there are two documents. One is test strategy document and next one is plan document. First, they will create test strategy document. From that, they will prepare the test plan document. Normally, in MNCs, they'll have multiple documents. In small companies, they'll have only one document that is called as a plan document. Okay, so test strategy is nothing but technique and test plan is nothing but schedule. Test strategy document tells about what to test, like you do integration testing, you do system testing, you do system integration testing, and then you do security testing, performance testing. Out scope UAT testing will be done by UAT testers. Like that, what to test, it will be clearly mentioned in your test strategy document. And also what functionality you are going to test. You are going to right, test search of trains, availability of trains, right, booking of a ticket, cancellation of a ticket, printing a ticket, and right, logging out. So what functionality you are going to check, that also will be clearly mentioned in your test strategy document. Okay. Next one is plan document. Plan is nothing but schedule. Schedule means when to test, how to test, who to test, and which environment to test. When you are going to start testing and when you are going to stop testing, and how you are going to test, manual or automation. Who is going to test? Right, for example, tester A is going to test this functionality, tester B is going to check this functionality, tester C is going to check this functionality, and which environment, which hardware, which software, which database URL, which server, which IDE, which language, which automation tool, and what versions and count, license tool or open source tool. So all these things will be clearly mentioned in your schedule, when to start, when to stop, how you are going to test, manual or automation, who is going to test, which environment or where you are going to test, that will be clearly mentioned. So test strategy means what to test, and test plan means when to test, how to test, who to test, and which environment to test. Okay. Next one is the same thing, test plan. There might be two documents. One is a master test plan. That test plan is for the complete project. The master test plan is for the complete project. And there might be individual test plan. Normally, when I was working in a project, for each sprint, we prepare the test plan document and send to the team. And we also prepare test summary report for the each sprint. So there might be a module plan and also a right module plan or sprint plan or release plan, right? Or there might be a one full document that is plan also. But that normally they'll have a master plan, from master test plan. From that they'll prepare some lot of test plans in the company. Okay, as I told you, test plan tells who, what, how, to who, why, where, when, and how. All these documents will be right, all these questions will be answered in your test plan document. Okay, next one is what are the inputs needed for preparing a test plan document. One is a requirement document, next one is a test strategy document, next one is test estimation report. Requirements are needed for doing a plan. Test strategy document, that is what is needed, then only you can plan for how, who, when, right? You can do it. Next one is test estimation report, right? The calculation of effort scheduled, right? That is needed for preparing a test plan document. The activities you do in the test plan document is prepare test plan. As I told you, everything is verified, you review the test plan, review the test strategy, and set up the tools. This is a process which is happening in your planning phase. And the outcome of that is approved test plan. As I told you, if you are working initially in your school colleges, right, the timetable will be keeping on changes in the first month. So there will be a lot of changes in the plan. There might be a revised test plan, and once the plan is approved, then you can start your testing. Next one is revised test strategy also. As estimation will be updated while planning. Update and of software plan also, will there be a change during your planning. Okay, next one is schedule will be updated. Metrics, right? Weekly report, right? All these things while measuring the test plan, you should calculate number of defects in this last sprint, the effort you needed, and the schedule. All those things should be considered while doing your planning phase. So this is the input, output, and the process during your test planning phase. Okay, hope you got it. Next one is there might be automation test plan also. In one of a project which I am working, my manager asked me to put an automation plan. So the guys, these are the scenarios you have. For this scenario, what is the plan? When you are going to complete? Give me an estimate. Like that, he will be asking, right? So we can put for, right, automation test plan also. What is the scope? What is been covered or not covered? What you are going to test, right? What functionality or what scenarios you are going to automate, and who are the person going to do. Like for example, there are some 30 scenarios. 10 tester are going. First tester is going to take 10 scenarios. Second tester is going to take 10 scenarios, and third tester is going to do this one. And what are their role? First person is going to create a framework. Second person is going to create a reusable function. Third person is going to take care of CI/CD pipeline. And what are the tools you are going to automate? Okay, and the schedules, when you are going to start, when you are going to stop, what is a calculated the closing date. Next one is enrollment. Next one is deliverables. Next one is risk. Next one is test data, and next one is reports. All these things comprise of an automation test plan. Okay, so test plan, this is a sample test plan contents. It will be there in your test plan document. Next, we have created a test plan for our JS testing, right? Learning purpose for EBA online site. Already I posted this video, but this video I'm just showcasing only the plan document. For EBA online site, we prepare test plan document. These are the table of contents. One is introduction, test plan objective, project overview, scope, in scope and out scope, test strategy, levels of testing, entry criteria, exit criteria, validation and defect management, environmental requirements, test requirements. Next one is dependencies. Okay, so all these the content should be in the test plan document. Next one is introduction and purpose of the document. Okay, what are the purpose of the document? That will be clearly mentioned. Next one is in scope and out scope. What testing you are going to do and what testing you are not going to do. Both functional testing and non-functional testing. These are the functional testing I am going to do. These are the non-functional testing I am not going to do. Okay. Next one is out of scope. Next one is project assumptions. What are the assumptions in the project? What are the things you are assuming upon? And what are things you are depending upon also will be there in your test plan document. These are the test cases, right? These are test cases you are going to do testing. Next one is next test objectives. Okay, objectives of a eBay. Next one is assumptions and dependencies will be clearly mentioned. Next one is data objectives, right? What are the how you are going to gather data, identify data, maintain data, refresh data, right? Secure data should be secured. There should be reporting. There should be an reusable data, right? All those things. That how you are going to approach and prepare the data. That will be clearly planned. Okay. Next one is what are the different levels of testing and who is going to do. For example, unit testing, developers going to. Integration testing, testers going to do. System testing, testers going to do. Acceptance testing, UAT tester going to do. Regression who? Performance who? Security who? Okay. User experience testing who is going to do. Next one is right. They will mention the names of in one of a project same working. There will be different departments, right? So different departments will be there. So for each department, who is a manager, and those person is going to take care of the story and test it, right? What is the name of the department and who is responsible for that? Functional testing, who is a manager and who is going to test it. For example, UAT testing also we need to plan, right? UAT testing, who is going to do? What is the name and department? Regression testing. And next one is what are the different reviews is going to happen? Formal reviews, requirement review, design review, code review, test plan review, test case review, final test summary review. What are the different reviews is going to happen? What are the different meetings? Next one is change request. Change request means when there is a change, how you are, what are things you are going to do? Okay, when customer is asking the same, what are the process going to happen? There should be a CCB, change control board. They should do impact analysis, and what are the things they are going to check, right? What are the approval process? All these things will be clearly planned. Next one is defect reporting. How you are going to report the defect? What tool you are going to do, right? And what are the severity and priority classifications? Right, that should be clearly planned. And what is, when is the entry criteria and when is the exit criteria, when to start testing and when to stop testing, that will be clearly mentioned. Okay, so when to start testing, all 100% test steps should be passed, no defect should be there, all right, no critical and high severity defect should be there, like that. When to start testing and when to stop testing will be clearly mentioned. Okay, next one is the classification of bugs. When you classify critical, when you classify high, when you classify medium, when you classify low, that will be clearly planned. Next one is environmental requirements. Okay, what is a UAT server? What is systems server? What are the tools you are going to use? What are the hardware requirements? What are the software requirements? Everything will be clearly planned. Okay, our next one is business areas. What are the dependencies in the project? Okay, so all those things will be there in your test plan document. Hope this video is useful to you. Continue to follow this series. Okay, we'll meet you soon again in the next video. Thank you. Bye.